recording, and I'd like you to welcome Tim. Where is he? Lost him.
Thanks, Duncan. Yeah, I'm here.
Hold on, Tim. Let me just make you host. Okay, I'd like to welcome Tim Mandeville out in Australia, and Tim will tell you a little bit about himself and his background. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you, Duncan. Okay, welcome everybody. I am just posting something in the chat for you all. I'm going to obviously run through a slide presentation today, but I've just put a Vimeo link in there of a 2-hour of a 2-hour interview with Ronald that was done 3 days ago. For those of you that have not seen it on Facebook, I strongly recommend you putting aside an hour and 50 minutes to see exactly where our project is going. And I'm going to be covering some of those things in the presentation today, which is exciting. So, here we go. Okay, so welcome to Cloud Token. All right, it's a place where you can store your cryptocurrency. Very important that you understand that word store. Okay, when you involve yourself in Cloud Token, you don't have to spend 1 cent to join it or be involved in it at all if you have cryptocurrency. If you've got any crypto anywhere, you've either got it sat on an exchange, you've got it in a ledger, or you've got it on your Trezor. All right. All of those three options pay you absolutely nothing every single month to keep your coins in that wallet. Okay. Cloud Token rewards you to keep it in theirs. That's the difference. All right. And I'm going to show you how our ecosystem works by you doing that. It's like keeping your money in your bank account, getting nothing, or putting it into something and receiving money. It's the same thing. All right. It's a place where you can exchange your crypto coins. All right. So you can swap them into Tether and put them into Jarvis to keep stability on your money. It's a place where you can earn reward tokens and also spend them. All right. So I'm going to run through the Cloud Token origins, the benefits of our Jarvis bot and what it does, how you can accumulate your Cloud Tokens quickly, and current and future technology. Now, before I do that, my background, I've been involved in crypto for about 4.5 years. Okay, I trade on various exchanges, Binance and BitMEX, because they're leverage trading accounts, and I follow a strict plan. I have a trading plan where I map out my TA, my support resistance levels, my trend lines. I put in my entry and exit points, staggered entries and exits, everything, and my risk reward ratio, and what I'm prepared to leverage on the particular trade I'm looking at. And if I follow that, normally my trade works out very well. If I don't follow it, I have stop losses in place to mitigate my losses very, very quickly. All right. And that way it ensures success. When it came to crypto investments into ICOs, lending platforms, and everything that was going on in 2017, it really was a case of just throwing it all at the fan and hoping something stuck, because there were so many opportunities. Just thought, yeah, I'll do that, I'll do that, I'll do that. And 99% of them didn't do anything and ended up scamming your money. So I thought, well, there's something missing here. And what is missing is a set of rules that you need to adhere to when you're investing into a project. All right. And if you adhere to my 9 rules, whilst the success of it isn't 100% guaranteed, it's certainly extremely likely that you will still be in 6 months, 12 months or longer, and will have earned money, recouped your initial seed money, etc. All of the important things. All right. So the first thing that you need to do is have full visibility of the owners. If you're looking at any project anywhere and you can't find out who owns it, do not invest in it, because at some point They are going to shut it down and scam your money and disappear, and you will not know who to go after. All right? It's that simple. If you're trying to raise hundreds of millions of dollars and be this most amazing project, why wouldn't you put your face to it? Okay, very simple. Full visibility of the tech team for exactly the same reason as above. All right? Full visibility of what the project offering is. All right, how it's to be sold, how it's coming to market. What does the project have that would create mass adoption and guarantee success? All right, massively important. If the investment is in crypto, then you must have full visibility of the funds on the blockchain. No selling into what I call a shit coin first to then hold that in the project while they've got your Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin. Okay, all of those things have stopped. Full visibility of your funds if you invest. All right, so you need to be able to see them if you're in a like a forex opportunity, or if you're in a something that's doing trading opportunity. You should be able to see your funds in a wallet at all times through the blockchain. If you change your mind and you want out, you need the ability to remove those funds straight away. Okay, got to have access to them 24/7 and access to remove any returns that you're getting daily. If there are limits putting on you, like, okay, you've got to put your money in for 90 days, don't touch it. There's a reason. They will end up taking your money from you, because there is no reason in today's world of arbitrage trading where they're earning their money instantaneously on trades that they can't pay it to you instantaneously either. They have no reason to wait 90 days to pay you. Okay. Proven track record of everybody involved in the project, massively important. You don't want a group of morons running a project with no experience. Okay. Value-added services and products either established or about to be that generate additional revenues into the future. No good being reliant on a one-trick pony, just having one product that you are going to rely on, especially if that's arbitrage, because you will disappear very quickly. You cannot survive doing just arbitrage trading in today's world. If all your criteria are met above, then the investment, as I said, whilst not guaranteed to be a success, it's certainly worth dipping your toe in. All right, Duncan and I are involved in 2 other projects outside of cloud. They've been running since last year, and they continue to run very visibly, very transparent, and we get our money from them. Okay. Who's behind Cloud Token? This is our main guy, okay? Ronald I. He is our CTO. All right. He has a hugely visible public profile. Part of your due diligence, go to LinkedIn, type in Ronald I, and read about his 25 years of experience in the industry. All right. Massively credible man. Okay. Last year, he won the Innovative Blockchain Project of the Year by the, it was done by the World Blockchain Forum in Shenzhen. They have 5 offices around the world, the WBF, and anybody that wants to bring a blockchain project into being has to do so through the World Blockchain Forum. Okay, so they get to see the best of all sorts of projects that are there. All right, so Ronald won it, and he won it for his company called BitBeta Systems. And BitBeta has developed 4th generation blockchain called Ori. Okay, now those of you who don't understand blockchain, 1st generation is Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is totally, utterly useless as a method of transacting in daily life. Because if you had Bitcoin on your credit card, you would stand at your local shop ordering your coffee and wait for the best bit of 4 hours for the transaction to be approved. All right, it transacts at about 7 transactions per second. All right, massively slow. 2nd generation is Ethereum. Okay, they brought out smart contracts. 80% of the alternate coins on the market use the ERC20 contract through Ethereum, but again, it has the same scalability issues. All right, They moved something called proof of work or segregated witness out of the blockchain so that it could be called upon if necessary to verify any transaction. But it still can only transact at around 15 transactions per second. And the last is generation 3, which was EOS, or is EOS, Cardano, Ripple, XRP. All right, not my favorite because they are centralized, not decentralized. That's the whole purpose of being in blockchain, is to remove the manipulation and the control which Ripple has as a centralized opportunity. They transact at several thousand transactions per second, but still have the same issues, all right? All three do. The more people that use the network, the slower it works for them, all right? So Ronald thought outside of the square, and he thought, why don't I develop a blockchain technology that runs faster with the more people that use it? Would seem logical, wouldn't it? So he did with Ori. And Ori transacts at 22,500 transactions per second based on every 1,000 nodes that are on the network. Now, every time you download your Cloud Token app onto your phone, you are downloading a node. It uses a minuscule amount of your phone memory to do so. We now have over 850,000 people on board with Cloud Token in under 3 months, okay? So we can transact at about 20 million transactions per second. Putting that into perspective, when you look at Visa and MasterCard, their maximum is around 600,000, all right? So they now look like a baby in nappies compared to what we are doing, all right? And there's a reason behind it. Cloud Token is not all about Jarvis and trading. Cloud Token is going to be, or Cloud 2 as it will be known in a month's time, is all about being a payment gateway for the world, to enable the world to store and transact using one app on their phone, okay? And there are billions of third world users who have no access to banking or finance or telecoms, but they all do have their phones, okay? And with what Ronald has or is bringing out, our project is going to be massive. Like his aim in 3 years' time is to be bigger than WeChat and PayPal. It took those people about 12 years, those organizations, to get to the level that they're at. We'll do it in under 3, okay? It's really, really amazing. And if you guys download on that chat room, that Vimeo thing, you really must spend that 2 hours and listen to everything that that man talks about and where our project is going and the transparency with it. And part of that transparency came across at our launch, okay, on May the 12th. All right, we had some of our owners there and Ronald and this man. This guy, if you are involved in trading at all or in watching Bloomberg or CNBC, his name is Jim Rogers, okay? He has hundreds of millions of dollars to his name. He is very, very smart, very, very clever, all right? He has a co-founder of the Quantum Fund and Soros Fund, all right? He was also the creator of Rogers International Commodities Index, okay? Ask yourself this question. Why would a man with hundreds of millions of dollars come and talk about blockchain and Cloud Token's project if for 1 minute he thought the whole thing was a scam? Okay? Why would he? You could not pay this man enough money to promote a scam. Never in a million years. All right? He comes along to promote our project for one reason and one reason only. He believes in the technology and what we have and where our project is going, and he wants to be part of it, okay? I always say this, this is my favorite slide, okay? This squiggly line. It is a roadmap, Anybody that's been around crypto for the last 2 to 3 years will have seen one of these squiggly lines. And normally what goes with it is a white paper. And the white paper says, give us tens of millions of dollars and we will do our best to produce everything that we're written on this little squiggly line and the dates. And 99 times out of 100, they don't, and they get all your money and disappear. It's a glorious way to make money or scam it, all right? Which is why we're not an ICO, okay? We don't need to raise funds. Everything that I am going to show you now exists. We have it all the technology is developed. Everything is here for you. What we are now requiring is the mass adoption phase to get people to download our wallets and start using our ecosystem so that we can roll out the products that we have developed, okay? So our app launched on May the 12th officially, and our sort of concept documentation also came out then. In June, Jarvis was launched with Vroom. Vroom is an amazing algorithm, okay? It's what Ronald did, for those of you who know about arbitrage, it's all done in something called pair trading. So it's like US dollar, British pound or whatever. And on crypto, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin something else, or Ethereum, Litecoin, etc. It's all pair trading. And Ronald, again, thought outside the square. As you will listen to that video where he's lost millions of dollars initially with Jarvis, and how he corrected it and made it massively profitable for us all right? We do something called triangular arbitrage. And triangular arbitrage is triple pair trading. Vroom looks at what is going on. In fact, he doesn't look at lows and highs. He actually looks at volume and other things, all right? And he tells Jarvis what to do. Well, it tells Jarvis what to do on one exchange with 3 coins and simultaneously on another what to do, and they transact very quickly. We have got over 200 of those bots running now on 32 exchanges, okay? We've got new projects coming out like HODL. We have Friday being launched for the whales that we have in between $3 and $5 million that they put in at a time, okay? We have Cloud Token 2 coming out. Our KL office is well underway at the moment. One of the greatest things I'm looking forward to there is two-way video on the trading room. There will be 2 cameras operating 24/7, giving us full visibility of Jarvis trading. So you can watch it 24 hours a day, okay, and see everything that's going on all of our accounts at all times, all right? It's unheard of what is coming. We have our debit card-based payment solution. Our crypto to fiat solution through Atomic is coming. We have all our global e-commerce partners being announced. So like we have one at the moment, Travelocity, for all the travel things, where there's a 30% discount on that. 20% goes into our reserve pool and 10% comes off the prices for us. We have our data SIM cards being launched. All right, fantastic. I couldn't believe how Ronald has managed to develop a SIM card that doesn't require anybody else's network to be used and can function anywhere in the world, even if you're in the middle of a desert, okay? You can run Cloud Token on your phone with a data SIM card, all right? Have a listen again to the video and understand what he has developed here and how we are just about to turn the telecom industry inside out and upside down. Okay, we've got Rogue being launched for all our third world countries. Okay, it's for people that don't have much money. Okay, the minimum investment is $10, and you will have $10 blocks, and the system will compound for you. All right, to generate your monies, and also your cloud tokens will be used for your data SIM as well. He said, you know, you just have everything with me and I'll give you everything that you need. It's sort of that simple. At the end of towards the end of the year, we've got our merchant network coming out, our point of sale machines, and a hugely growing global e-commerce. I think Ronald was having to bite his tongue in not giving some of the names out in this interview, but you know, there's a lot going on with our stuff. So the first part of our roadmap is obviously your ability, or the company's ability, to earn money for us. The second part is our ability to spend the tokens that the company is earning for us. That's a true ecosystem. No good just earning money and no ability to do anything with it. It makes the money you're earning worthless, doesn't it? So how does it work for us? You deposit your Bitcoin or crypto into the super wallet. All right, there are two wallets in Cloud Token, the super wallet and the Jarvis wallet. Okay. You select the projects, you click on Jarvis, you agree to the terms and conditions, and you are then loaning your crypto into the company to trade with it. Okay. You have transparency of your funds in Jarvis 24/7. If you do not want the bot to trade with your money anymore and you want out for whatever reason you want, swipe left, put your 2FA code in and your PIN code, and take your money out. It takes 15 seconds at any time of the day or night for you to remove your money. Okay, you have full visibility of those funds. You can go onto Blockchain Explorer, put your wallet in, and see whatever amount of Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin or whatever you've got in there exists. Okay, it's not a ghost wallet like Plus Token was. Jarvis funds are traded on 32 crypto exchanges. There are over 200 bots, as I've said. All exchanges that your coins are traded on are fully insured against hackers breaking into those exchanges and taking the coins, all right? It trades daily, Jarvis, all right? It's 24/7 with the balances of all the crypto coins load into it. In this call, Ronald talked about it, all right? We have $600 million being traded in Binance now. We have 4 level 8 accounts and 1 level 7. We are 25% of Binance's business daily. That's how big Cloud Token is in 3 months. Binance is the largest exchange, crypto exchange in the world, all right? They are bending over backwards for what we are doing. Okay, we are massive. And as Ronald says in this video that you will watch, that those accounts are our accounts. And he has a responsibility to show us those accounts whenever we want to see what is in them and how it's being traded, everything. That's why we have this visibility. Because his ethic is, he understands it's our money, it's not his, all right? Every day, the profit that $600 million makes, all right, goes into the reserve pool. It's between 6 and 20 million, sometimes it's way more than that. One thing that Ronald did mention in his talk was that in order to pay everybody every single day, Jarvis has to make 0.7%. 0.7 of 1% it has to make every single day to cover absolutely every bit of cost that we make. And sometimes it makes 20% a day. All right? We make a lot of money. And that's enabling us to grow the way that we are growing. We have profit pools, reserve pools. You listen to the thing, you will understand exactly how we are being developed. I would be very surprised if in 3 or 6 months our token value has substantially increased from where it's at today. But with all our development and everything that is going on, we are covering our costs very easily. We are not a pay Peter by robbing Paul. Okay, massively important for you to understand that. 600 million is being traded of our money. It makes us 20 million. That 20 million comes to us every single day in the form of our tokens that we cash out. I'm not waiting for Duncan to join so that his money pays me. All right, that's a Ponzi, that's a scam, it's illegal. All right. You will receive 6 to 12% a month on your bonus cloud tokens. They're paid to you every single day. The price of the reward token is derived by the amount of funds in the reserve pool multiplied by the number of cloud tokens in existence. All right, as I said earlier, we're over 20% of Binance's daily volume. 4 level 8, 1 level 7 account. Our price is 48.4 cents at the moment. When we launched in May, we were 30. Okay. That means every single person who has cloud tokens in their wallet can cash out at 48.4 cents. And every single person that has all of their token or all of their Bitcoin in Jarvis can remove all of that. It's our money, it can be taken out at any time. The cloud tokens are fully backed by everything in the reserve pool, and every single person can cash out whenever they want at that price. Okay. So how have we performed? Another important question. We launched at 30 cents. All right, at the end of May, we got up to 40. June came along, I think we ended up at about 44 cents, July 47, and currently we are 48.4. It's actually a 63% increase on the reward tokens that you've been paid each month. So you're getting between 6 and 12% every month, and that 6 or 12% return has gone up 63% for you as well in value. Not bad. Transparency, as I said, please watch that video. You will see all of the accounts and what we are doing with them. We are transacting in each account. Well, this one account here, 111,000 Bitcoin. Okay, to be a level 8, it's 150,000 a month, and we have 4 level 8s now, and a level 7. So we are doing, I don't know, 3, 6, probably 800,000 or 800 million Bitcoin trading. I think Ron will touch on it. We're doing over $1 billion now with the other accounts. $1 billion, yeah, it's massive. Just mind-blowing figures that we are now trading with. When the money comes in and out, he shows us. So you can see this is one of our accounts that stores the Bitcoin in it. When Plus Token scammed all of its customers, people thought Cloud Token would do the same, so they withdrew about $40 million instantly, thinking that it would crash the system, but it doesn't, because our money, it's our money, and we can take it out. To show you guys that, this was up to the end of July. We have paid out over $147 million US, okay, to people that have received their cloud tokens every single day and have cashed those into Ethereum and taken them off of the network. That's $147 million US worth, okay? So again, just showing you the transparency. This was when Plus Token went to the wall and scammed everybody that was involved in it of $3 billion worth of crypto. And Ronald has said that most of the large accounts are now all back on board with cloud tokens. They put all their money back in because they suddenly realized, well, great, we've got our money out. Well, now what do we do? Now we've got to go and find a transparent project that where access to our funds 24/7, and they realize what they just left. Anyway, so currently on the app that we've got, the V1 app, you can see one of the trading bots. I've already told you what's happening. We have two-way video coming in the KL office. You will have access to the trading room 24/7 and watching all of the 200 bots in action on live screens. So plenty of visibility for you to know that the trading bots do exist and they're not a scam. Your Bitcoin or whatever coin you have on there, again, is safe. You can put your wallet address onto Blockchain Explorer and see that you hold your Bitcoin in there. This is the Jarvis section. If you had this 0.1 in and you wanted to take your money out of Jarvis, as I said, you can do so 24/7. You just swipe left, put in your PIN number and your 2FA code and take your money out. It's 15 seconds to remove your funds 24/7. Okay. Somebody just hold on a second. Has come on and they are not mute. They are now. So our atomic swap feature, okay, that's live now, or part one of it is. That enables people that don't want the volatility of their crypto coin to swap them for Tether USD. And that way, if you put $500 worth of Bitcoin, it will always be in Tether at $500. But obviously, if Bitcoin doubles in price, well, you don't get that benefit. The same as if it halves in price, your money's being protected. The second part of the atomic swap will enable you in the Jarvis wallets to swap your coins, into other coins. So if you are in Bitcoin, for example, and Bitcoin hits $20,000, you might think, oh, it might retrace a bit. You can instantly swap it into Tether. And then if Bitcoin drops to 15,000 or something, you could unrelease it and your Bitcoin has then made 25%. But trust me, if you guys do not know how to trade like that, you will lose money because you will suddenly think something is at the high. And if you are not used to trading and you do not have trading view and you're not charting properly, it may be the first leg and 20,000 may take you straight to 30. And now you're 50% behind the game ball, all right, and you've lost money. So be very, very careful if you're going to use the atomic swap feature to hedge if you do not know what you're doing, because I guarantee you, you will lose your money. Hang on, next. Now, income, really important part of this. You know, how do we all get paid? How are we going to earn money from Cloud Token? The first thing to tell you is I'm not a financial advisor, all right? The ideas presented are our experiences on how you can profit in this business. They're not financial advice, okay? We are not an investment company and make no representation or guarantee of any income. I do not personally recommend that you outlay any money you cannot afford to lose. Don't rush into anything. Do your own research. This is massively important for you guys to understand that are new, all right? When I say do your own research, first thing I want you to do is go and watch that video, all right? The second thing I want you to do is make notes, or hopefully you have been making notes of the presentation about Ronald, about our products, projects, etc. And I want you to go and check up on those. What I don't want you to do is go on YouTube and put, is Cloud Token a scam? Because that is an utter waste of your time, all right? All the videos up there are what are called pay or click for pay or pay for click, okay? They get about $2.50 every time you click on their video, and they are gonna trash whatever it is that you have put is such and such a scam, in order for them to then promote what it is they believe that they're involved in, all right? Always, they are promoting their own product. They do no research at all right? You need to understand the facts. I'm giving you the facts. You need to check that those facts are correct, all right? Because that's what I'm telling you they are. You need to prove me wrong. You need to say to me, Ronald I doesn't exist. The Jarvis bots don't exist. You're not trading with $1 billion. You don't have 5 accounts with Binance, okay? That's, you know, that is massively worrying if that was the case. But these are all things that are creating our business, all right? They're true things. Now, with any business, your results may vary, and they'll be based on your individual capacity, your business experience, your expertise, and level of desire. All right? There are no guarantees concerning the level of success that you can experience, because it depends on your dedication, desire, and motivation to succeed. But I'll tell you one thing, you guys are in at the start, all right? We're 2.5 months into something that in 3 years' time is going to be mind-blowing in terms of the money that everybody will have earned. So how do you benefit? Deposit crypto into your account, lend it into Jarvis. You're going to see 6 to 12% a month return in your cloud tokens, okay? You can withdraw and cancel at any time, as I've shown you. Swipe left, put your codes in, take your money out 24/7. I want to give you an example here. For those of you that are new, if you've got $1,000 sat in your bank account, okay, convert it into Bitcoin and put it into Cloud Token. Let's say you get 10% a month, all right? That will give you $100, okay? To put this into perspective, your bank account that currently has $1,000 in it pays you less than 1% in a year. You won't get $100 from your bank account in 10 years, okay? Not in 10 years with $1,000. And we'll pay you that every single month. So who is the scammer? Who is the crook here? All right? Your bank does exactly the same with your money as we do, okay? It trades with it 24/7, and it gives you nothing. Nothing. It's utter bare minimum. And what you are left with, you are now accredited to the bank with. So when it stuffs up, it can now use your money to pay their stuff up. All right? You are massively exposed in a bank today. Your account balance is also paid to you daily, and you can take that money out daily with no restriction, okay? Now, where it becomes exciting is the benefits of sharing, okay? You do not have to show this to anyone. I will make that point very, very clear to you all now. You don't have to share this with anyone. You can just put your money that you can afford to put in there and earn money every single day and never do anything again and win. There aren't many opportunities in the world where you can invest money and not have to share it with anybody else in order for you to continue to receive money. In fact, I can't even think of one, okay? So in order to be part of the sharing program, you have to have a minimum of $500 in your account. We tell people to put around $650 in there to allow for fluctuation in the Bitcoin price. If you pop next door and see your mate John, and he says, okay, I'm in, the company's going to reward you with 100% match of whatever John puts in. So if he puts $500 in, he's going to see, let's say, $50 a month, isn't he, from that at 10%? And the company will give you the same $50, all right, for introducing him on your front line. On your second line, if John pops next door and sees Sally and she joins, John's going to get $50, so 100%, and you will get 50%, okay? So you'll see 25 every single month. Now, in order to open up every level as you go down, you have to personally sponsor someone. So if you want to get paid on Sally, you have to have brought in 2 people yourself, okay? Very important. And they have to fund at $500. It's no good putting an account in there at $10. That won't qualify you to get your second level, okay? And we go right the way down to 21 levels, okay? If you bring 16 direct lines in, it opens up all 21 levels to you. Now, monetary. Let's say you bring in 3 people on your front line. John puts $1,000 in, 10,000 comes in, and 500. Okay, this is 1 Bitcoin. There are a lot of people out there with a lot more than that. So on your front line, you will receive $100, 1,000, and 50. Okay, on your second level, again, 3 people come in, 2,000, 500, and 1,000. That's going to earn you another $175. So in total, every single month, from just those 6 people joining with that amount of Bitcoin, you're going to receive $1,325 US. All right. Very important for you guys to understand again. I will reiterate it. These deposit amounts here in Bitcoin are being traded by Jarvis every single day. They make profit every single day using this money, and that profit pays you and I this amount. It's the profit that pays the $1,325 to you, not the sale of anybody's assets and not the joining of new people's money. Okay, please get that into your heads. So that 1,325 is 2,700 cloud tokens at 48.4 cents. Okay, And again, you earn 5%, so all the way down to your level 21. Now, this is where it gets exciting. Rank promotions. Once you get $200,000 underneath you, you then qualify as a C1. Okay, as a C1, you get an extra 5% to infinity. All right, so you get 5% more on your front line, second line, and your third to 20 doubles. Okay, it goes from 5 to 10%. All right, once you've got 3 C1s in your business, you'll get to C2. This is my next position. I'm a C1 at the moment. I already have in fact, I have 2 C1s now under me. I'm just waiting for my mate Phil, who is about $8,000 short of getting his 200 grand, and I will become C2. I very much hope this week. And then we continue to work with our C1s to get their C1s and so on, and that's how it all grows. And you get 3 of each, and you promote yourself up to the next level. Monetary terms, okay? This is important for you to understand. As a C1, you will qualify first, probably around $200 to $300 every single day. By the time you get to C2, you will be earning anywhere from about $600 to $1,200 a day US dollars. Okay. As a C2, your money goes up considerably. Okay, you're going to be as a minimum around sort of $2,000 US dollars a day, up to about 6,000. Luigi is our C3. He's my direct upline. He gets around 25,000 cloud tokens a day, about 12,500 US dollars. Okay. We have C4s. They're all between 50 and 75,000 US dollars per day. And we have a C5 that is just on 6 figures daily. All right. He shared his wallet the other day, which was just mind-blowing. He had 4 million cloud tokens in storage there, and he generates 375,000 cloud tokens a day into his wallet, all paid from Jarvis's trading from his downline. Okay, so that 4 million tokens that he had in there was worth 2 million US dollars. That was just 10 days trading money. The man has already taken out 10 million US dollars since he's been in Cloud Token. 10 million. Okay, this works. Our system works. It's not a scam. Okay, it's all there with an amazing trading bot. Why should you join us? I've given you heaps of reasons already, but there are no packages to buy, no membership fees, no auto ships, no contract, nothing to spend. You don't have to spend a penny unless you're first originally investing in your Bitcoin. You're just moving it and storing it within Cloud Token and receiving money to do so. Brilliant. Passively without sponsoring. Our revenues come from our arbitrage at the moment. They are also coming from all of those other things that I've talked about. The token also has the potential to go up 10 times or more in the next 12 months. So let me give you some examples of this. Let's say you get 50,000 cloud tokens generated in the next 12 months. We launched at 30 cents, and let's say we go to $3. All right, you've made yourself 150 150 grand. All right, I'm sure there aren't that many people that are earning that in a year. All right, it's good money. If we go to $5, it's worth $250,000 US dollars to you just by holding 50,000 cloud token and our price getting to $5. Let's say we get to 200,000 cloud tokens and we get to $10. You've made yourself 2 million US dollars. All right. Here, that's nearly 3 million Aussie. That's the house paid off, nice new cars, holidays and money for the rest of your life. It's not hard, is it? A little bit of work for 3 to 6 months to share this with everybody and get the adoption. 200,000 cloud tokens there, and we get to $10. Let me put it into perspective for you. Plus token that scanned of all its people in 12 months went from 40 cents to $130, and they didn't have anything that we've got. Okay, that's the potential of where our token can go and our company will go. So I want to thank you all for taking a look. go back to the person that introduced you and ask them how to get started. For those of you that have got questions, feel free to unmute yourselves and ask away.
There's no questions at the moment in the chat, Tim, but there was a couple of people. Bernard apologised. He lost internet connection out in the Marshall Islands.
I can't believe that we have somebody there. That was fun, wasn't it, getting him on board?
I know.
Like an absolutely little pinprick that's had that backside arse nuked out of it by the Yanks, and they've got Bitcoin and cloud token.
I know. I'm very excited.
We've got somebody in the middle of nowhere with cloud token.
I think it is actually one of the remotest islands in the world.
In the world. Yeah.
I know, incredible. Just to let everybody know, if anybody has any questions, unmute yourself and fire away with any questions or put them in the chat. Our next call is on Wednesday night at 10 p.m. UK time. That is 2 p.m. PST or 5 p.m. EDT.
Hey, Duncan. Sorry.
Hi, Willie. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, sir. Hey, Tim. Great presentation. I really appreciate the details. And sorry to interrupt you, Duncan. My main question, I wanted to get it in before you finished. My main question is dealing with your incredible marketing system. I went through and experienced Duncan's marketing system, and
it's not my marketing system, Willie. But I'll tell you more about it because I know the guy who put it all together.
Okay, that's pretty much where I am. Everything else I see. And obviously I'm not over in the UK. I'm out here in Oklahoma in the United States of America. So I'm trying to track and follow a group that are consistent. And I applaud you. You guys are very consistent with your videos and your interpretation of what's going on. And I'm excited. I'm just excited just to see the presentation again and, be able to see you.
Good. Well, it's good to have you. I did mention to Tim that you were coming on the call, and we will have a private call tomorrow sometime.
Excellent.
Maybe actually, dependent on if you fancy coming on, Tim, maybe the same time tomorrow evening.
That works for me.
Okay. I'll have a quick chat with Tim to make sure, and I'll message you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
I'd just like to, before we finish, just to welcome Kevin, Stephen, and Anna. Thanks for coming on, you three guys, and let's hope that you found something really useful here. Give me a call when you can.
You're welcome. Good.
Okay.
So, anybody got any questions they'd like to ask before we wrap up for the night? Unmute yourself if you want. Your microphone's on the bottom left-hand side of the screen at the bottom, or you can type in a question. I would recommend everybody go and watch that video. I posted it again in the chat. Really exceptional video.
It's worth the 2 hours, honestly. Like, you'll be glued to the screen going, oh my God, this is just going to go. It's amazing.
Hello, guys.
I don't know how the man is so cool and so calm and relaxed with so much going on. Like, it's unbelievable.
Channel, do you have a question?
Yeah, I was just asking, how many tokens would I generate if I started with £500 at the moment? What do you think?
Okay, well, it's approximately 4 to 5 tokens per $1,000 of crypto, approximately. It depends on the price, obviously, of the crypto. If it goes up, you receive more. If it goes down, you receive less.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions anybody has?
Hi, Duncan.
Hi, who's this?
Stephen.
Hi, Steve. How are you, mate?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
It was a question. I think I messaged you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you brought that up because it is a good question. Fire away, Steve. Go ahead and tell everybody what the question was.
So if I've got cloud tokens sitting in my wallet, would it be better to cash them in to Ethereum and then reinvest them back into cloud token? might be a stupid question.
It's actually a very good question, and some people do that, and in fact, I've done it, because if you are wanting to have more money in there to generate, so I've used some money to pay for my holiday. I store some cloud tokens, and I also reinvest some of my cloud tokens back into Ethereum, the same as you do, and I put them in to increase my pot and give me more tokens again in return, because I know where this is going. Like, you know, I have no question at all in my mind. So you need to sort of work out what sort of return you want, you know, if you want some sort of passive income from it, and also if you're wanting to try and increase your pot size. You know, there's no right or wrong to it.
Okay, thank you for that. Cheers.
And tell me if I'm wrong while we're on this subject, Tim. If somebody chooses to withdraw, obviously in Ethereum, they can exchange that to another crypto like Bitcoin if they wanted to, and put that back in, could they?
They'll be able to do that soon with Atomic Swap. Yeah. At the moment, you can only use Atomic Swap to put it into Tether to safeguard your money level investment. But the new bit has been done where you can then swap it into other coins within Jarvis. So that's the next stage. So if you're in Bitcoin, you can put it into Ethereum or into Tether or anything else. But as I said to you, you know, you need to know what you are doing if you're trying to hedge, because if you get the hedge wrong, you can miss out. You might think it's only going up 1,000 and it goes up 5, and then suddenly you've got Bitcoin worth 20% instead of 100. So be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Be very careful.
Does that answer your question, Steve?
Yes, it does. Thank you. Cheers.
Okay,
what I will add, actually, Steve, when Cloud 2 opens up, everything that is in Jarvis is actually getting split into blocks of 500. So it will enable you to move amounts of coins out into other coins whenever you like. Whereas at the moment, if you've got 1 Bitcoin in there, you can't take 0.1 of a Bitcoin out. You can only take the whole Bitcoin out. So it will make the ability to transact between coins and hedging a little bit safer, rather than you having to move everything in one go to do it.
Right.
Okay, guys. Well, great call, Tim, as normal. I know you are off on holiday on the, is it the 30th of August?
Yeah, Friday. But I'll be around. I'm taking my laptop and phone. So if I can get onto webinars, I'll be there and I can do them.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I will be carrying on the calls. Slightly different way I present, but it doesn't matter. Exactly the same information. There's actually a question from Anna. Is your initial investment safe, or should you only invest an amount you can afford to lose? Well, I can answer the second bit. Only ever put in any amount you can afford to lose. That is the same rule with any business. Is your money safe? Well, put it this way, Anna, the fact is you can withdraw your funds at any time. Literally takes seconds. So, you know, if you need your funds, you can take them out. I mean, actually, Tim, your dad...
It's actually safer. Yeah, and my dad has, but it's safer. Yeah. Cloud Token is actually safer than your bank because you have access to your funds 24/7. So you can go into Cloud and take them out. You can only go into your bank between the hours of 9 to 4, Monday to Friday. So over the weekend, you can't go into your bank. And if you've got a card, you're limited to what you can take out, normally £1,000 or $1,000 a day. So if you've got 10 grand, that's no good to you, is it? You're going to get scammed by your bank as a creditor when they stuff up soon and lose your money. It's not safe in a bank at all. And you don't get paid any interest for it. So have it somewhere where you've got access to it 24/7 and you can move it all 24/7.
So I hope that helps.
Do you guys have bail-in in the USA? Have your banks craftily put that in under your noses?
What's it called?
Bail-in. It's called bail-in. The company, this flipping government here, on February the 14th last year, they passed it in Senate. And bail-in is basically where the banks now have you as a creditor, and they can, if they stuff up like they did in 2008, they can now take all of their deposit accounts and use that money to get themselves out of the mess that they've got themselves in. And you are a creditor.
In Cyprus.
And trust me, when they move to negative interest rates, as they're trying to do next, and limit the cash withdrawals, because they're trying to get the 10 grand limit put in here to stop it, so that you are forced to use the banks so that they can take your money. And so there's uproar going on in Australia at the moment over it. So
Willie,
it's not a safe place to put your money.
Is that spelled B-A-I-L-I-N?
Yeah. Bail-in.
Willie's just asked a question, Tim, and I know the answer, but he's asking, is it beneficial to position family members as an example, one underneath the other? Absolutely, Willie, because when you think about the plan, if, as an example, I introduced my wife, I funded her account, and she receives obviously cloud tokens every day, and I also receive 100% of what she receives. So you work it out.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm very interested in looking into the bailing. I will investigate that. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, have a look. I'd be interested to know how they function that in America.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure they've got something like that in place now. It's not good.
That makes a no contest for cloud token in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's important, Laurel. It's important you don't have all your eggs in one basket. So
Right.
you know, a bit of fiat, absolutely, in cash, not in the bank. Gold, silver, crypto, like diversity of assets that you know are tangible and that you can use when things are going to go wrong, because they are, because we can't carry on with the tens of trillions of debt that we've got in our debt-ridden society. It can't carry on.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
That's true. Thank God for evolution. Hey, I'm curious where Tim Mandeville goes on holiday.
I am going to Amman in Jordan, and then we are going to Petra, the Dead Sea, and Aqaba.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then, yeah, so we were going to do Egypt and the Nile, but it's just too dangerous there at the moment. So, yeah, I'm going there, and then I'm flying across with my partner to the UK for a week to catch up with my family.
That's even worse. That's
Yeah.
even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
thank
it.
you for that.
Have you
Weekend, and back here. That's
Bring your
it.
stab vest with you. You'll be all right.
So I might get to do the webinar out in the desert with the camels
Yes.
and the Bedouins. We've got a night out in the desert, so that'll be something. I don't know which day it is, but
Oh, fantastic.
that'll be good. If I've got some service, I'd love to do the webinar in the middle of the desert.
From a camel.
Oh, right. Yeah, that I've inherited when I sold my partner to the Bedouins.
Well, she's standing right behind you, Tim. Be careful.
No. Yeah, no, she's not here.
Okay, guys,
The
we're
sauce barrel
on the
comes
hour.
alive. Okay.
Well, thanks very much, Tim. Just remind
all right.
everybody, Wednesday evening, 10 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. EDT, and that's Thursday, 7 a.m. for anybody in Australia.
Thank you much,
Okay.
guys.
Thanks
Okay,
very much.
guys, thanks very much.
We'll chat later, Duncan, about Willie, okay?
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Good
Good night
night.
now.
Cheers, Tim. Thanks, mate.
Night all.
Bye. See y'all.
Good night now.